Hi, this is Patty Rojas. Welcome to Happy Healthy Valley, a show for our community where we will be talking about everything that makes you happy and healthy. Join us every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Stay tuned. Welcome to Happy Healthy Valley. As you know, we love our Rio Grande Valley, but with all the beautiful things that we also have a lot of challenges in our community. And one of those challenges is literacy. We have some of the lowest rates in the nation. But with challenges, there are also solutions. And that's why today we're at the South Texas Literacy Coaliltion with Dr. Acuña-Garza. How are you, doctor?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here, Patty.
Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved in this organization, and what does your organization do?
Okay. Well, I came to the Valley in 1970, and I worked at different types of jobs. I worked with Texas A&M for a while and worked with another nonprofit. And I got into this area because I love to read. I'm a reader. And I started doing a little research on the academic achievement. Actually, it was my children. I have two boys, and when the first one graduated from high school, his graduating class had maybe like 400 students. But I remembered that in his freshman class, there had been like 900.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, where is everybody? What happened? Well, of course, through attrition, some moved away. Some perhaps were incarcerated. Some had passed on for different reasons, accidents or whatever, and some we just didn't know. Mm-hmm. And so I was working on my dissertation at the time, and I was quoting someone who said that the Rio Grande Valley had a 50% high school dropout rate.
It's huge.
Or a 50% high school graduation rate, whichever way you want to look at it. And so 7 years later, after my second son was in high school, the same kind of thing happened. Mm-hmm. And so I was really concerned. And when this organization was started in 2008 by a group of community leaders, including myself, and we were convened together by then Congressman Ruben Hinojosa. Mm-hmm. And he had traveled all over the world, asking ministers of education about their programs and about their graduation rates. And he found in New Zealand, for example, they have about a 97% high school graduation rate. So he asked them, how do you do that? Mm-hmm. And they told him early reading plus early writing equals school success. And so I'm telling you the background because it became so obvious to all of us why it was so important. He did some research, the congressman, on the 15th Congressional District and looked at high school graduation rates, literacy rates, all kinds of things. Now, the United States Census says that south of San Antonio, the literacy rate is 58%, which means that 42% are at some level of illiteracy. Mm-hmm. Now, people ask me often, well, how did they get that information? Who did the research? How did that happen? Whatever. I don't know, but it's the United States Census, and that's the only figure that's out there right now. Mm-hmm. Now, we're getting ready to do another census, so maybe that'll change. Hopefully it will change. And we know that the graduation rate has increased slightly. Mm-hmm. And so very, very important. Programs like Region 1 the GERA program, and Region 1 has increased it all the way up into the 80s, 88%, which is wonderful. But that's a targeted group of 10,000 students in a cohort. Mm-hmm. But what about the rest of everybody?
Correct.
So in doing early family literacy, I became the first CEO of the South Texas Literacy Coalition in 2010. And so since then, our job is to do literacy, it's research, it's to do a book distribution project called the South Texas Reading Initiative, and this was started by and promoted by Congressman Hinojosa. And so we're out there. We give out about 60,000 books, new books,
wow,
every single year.
Fantastic.
Across South Texas. And the reason is, Patty, is we want children to learn to read for pleasure. Because if you can learn to read for pleasure, and if you can have a book and can hardly wait to turn the page to see what happens next, then we have you. Yes. And you can read anything a scientific paper, might have a little trouble with a few words, but you can Google those and find out what that, but you'll have the fluency, the language development, and the vocabulary. And also, it's just so important for children to be able to use their critical thinking skills, their imagination, their creativity. As we say, there's nothing like reading the book, okay? Kids say, well, I'm going to watch the movie. Well, no. Read the book. It's much more vivid.
Gives a lot to your imagination.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So that's what we do. And we travel mostly the valley, but all over South Texas, from Brownsville to Laredo, on up to Brooks County, Alice, and Jim Hogg County, all those areas where children are geographically isolated from resources, where the parents are financially challenged. And we want, and for some of our children, Patty, the book that we give them is the very first book they've ever had of their very own, new book.
Wow.
And so it's amazing. It's a wonderful, very
amazing.
Satisfactory thing. We have a big event coming up to celebrate our 10th anniversary.
So tell everybody, what is the event about?
The event is called Historias de la Vida. It's our annual celebration event. And so Historias de la Vida is kind of an overarching theme, because we all have a story to tell.
Yes.
And so
Everybody has a story, right?
Absolutely, every family. And so Historias de la Vida is our 10th annual event, 10th anniversary for us doing the work down here in the Rio Grande Valley. And it's going to be November the 3rd. It is our major fundraiser. We're going to have food. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to honor community literacy champions. And we're going to honor 3 librarians in the public area arena, in the school arena, and in the academic arena. And so those are going to be announced after September the 1st. So I don't want to let out the secret. Okay? So, but we want people to come out. We managed to stay in business through corporate donations, through grants, through donations from individuals who sometimes organizations, youth organizations that do community service bring us new books. And so we're doing a lot of work in the community, and we need everyone's help to keep going, because today's readers are tomorrow's leaders. And that's so important.
I love it. Like we say, the children are the future.
Absolutely.
So today's readers are tomorrow's leaders. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Dr. Aida.
Oh, it was a pleasure to have you here, and come back anytime. You know, we'll have lots of information to share.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Stay tuned, because we will have more in the future. Thank you for tuning in to Happy Healthy Valley. Hope you really enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you next time.